Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Happy Getty Crypto. So good morning, wherever you are in the world. Good evening, good afternoon if it's the afternoon for you. But welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome to the channel. We don't clickbait here. We don't try and FOMO you in. We just try and provide the most solid, resourceful, reliable, trustworthy, truthful, transparent content possible. I think that's the best way to explain what this is. Before we dive into this, you can jump into our Telegram group. It's just there. You can at me in there and find me at any point if you need me to answer any questions. I will never ever DM you. Okay, folks? So now let's move over to just pretty much typing in on Google LUNACLASSIC news. And as you can see, it is being spoken about everywhere. But I'm seeing this one kind of, same like formatted post where it compares us to meme coins. Here comes the Dogecoin killer and all this stuff. And it's, we're in a completely different league to these kind of meme coins, in my opinion. These meme coins have big communities behind them because a lot of people have been brainwashed into thinking, SHIB's the people's coin and stuff like that, when it's not. I've showed you many times how heavily controlled SHIB is. The top 100 holders own around nearly, I think it's 80% of the circulating supply. That is an absolute kick in the nuts, in my opinion. So really, what is going on at the moment inside the crypto space? Well, as you all know, the Ethereum merge is 1 day, 7 hours, 9 minutes and 25 seconds and counting until it happens. What could happen from this? Well, there's potential for a price boost. Could it be big? Could it be small? Yeah, it could be either or. Could it be overhyped? Of course it could. Lots of things get overhyped and it's kind of buy the rumor, sell the news. But the only issue with this one is we're not really seeing anybody buying the rumor right now. So you're likely not going to see anybody selling on the news. Now, what is the merge supposed to do? Well, it's supposed to just make everything smarter, faster, better, and just cheaper all in all for gas fees. And a lot of coins are branched off of Ethereum. SHIB is branched off of Ethereum. There's so many different coins that are branched off of it. ApeCoin branched off of Ethereum. There's coins that branch off of Bitcoin. And this is where layer 1 coins come into play, so to speak. And this is why LUNACLASSIC is a layer 1 coin. Now, a lot of people are still freaking out about the price, but in my opinion, we're doing good. We're still holding just around 300. It's over. If you go back from this swing low down here, it's around 380%. We're still up. Going from the tippy top right down to where we are now. It says it's 39% down, but I struggle to believe that because of how much it goes up by look. So it's like, interesting. So we know we are in a downtrend, and we kind of broke this downtrend here, as you can see, coming down and bouncing back up, and now kind of thinking about what's going to happen next. Now, what do I think that's going to happen next? Well, I believe there's going to be a load of people that are waiting for their coins to become undelegated. I've got 9 days until my delegation, my 21 undelegation from my 100k coins that I put in for a test, to see exactly what happens on the day of, around when people would have made the decision to delegate and then possibly undelegate a chunk of their coins. And maybe possibly they're going to cash in on this where we're up. Could that mean we see a price dump? Yes, of course, because when loads of people sell, the price will dump. But the good thing about what's going on right now, we're getting exposure. And exposure means that we could possibly be bringing in more buyers. And why is that so important right now? Well, because it's one of the things that are really carrying this whole movement is new people jumping on board, new people believing that we could burn through the supply and possibly make huge gains from it along the way. And you're going to see a lot of people sell their bags and then possibly try and buy back in to, make more gains. That's what crypto's all about. And the quicker people get used to this fact of profit taking, and the more you understand that profit taking happens, you can likely think to yourself, well, we're up here now. Could we possibly keep going, or have we gone too far? Are we overextended? There's so many ifs, buts and coconuts, and time in the market's everything. It's like catching a fall in life, as people say, but timing is key. And there'll be loads of people that sold at the top here. I have no doubt. I'm not one of those people. I'm holding my bag for a long time. if I cash out any coins, it's going to be to help cover the node expenses, but I'll just be using, you know, my own back pocket to cover the node expenses from the node creation onwards. So I have decided about, you know, all the ins and outs of what's going to happen with the node, and it's going to be exactly the same as LUNCDAO. Okay, we're going to just be not so much a mimic, but we're going to ensure that we're not trying to undercut LUNCDAO or make ourselves look better than LUNCDAO, because it's all about being part of a team, isn't it? It's all about ensuring the people around you are also being, you know, informed, spoken to and stuff like that. And there's this weird kind of little thing going on at the moment, and people are starting to notice it. And it's the fact that there's loads of these AMAs going on with Terra Rebels, but where's HCC? People are saying like, dude, why are you never at these things? Like, you need to make more of an effort. And it's like, I hardly even like get told about these. They're all a surprise to me. And, you know, I'm so transparent that possibly I'm bad for business. And that's possibly just it. It's possibly because marketing hates me. We all know that. And another thing that's happened recently was the person who came up with this whole burn to mint situation coming back, the USTC repeg idea. He's actually left Terra Rebels. And then Akbar left as well, as you folks know. So there has been 2 members dropped out. One of these members was part of the restructure as well. So I think someone else will be running the quant team and stuff like that. But from what I can gauge from some of these AMAs, it looks like IBC channels could definitely be coming back. And those were irreversible, or supposed to be irreversible. And what was locked up forever. But they think they've got past that from what I can gauge, like I said, from it. And like many of you, trying to find information inside Terra Rebels is sometimes like finding a needle in a stack full of similarly sized needles because there's just so much people just talking back and forward, you know, comments on this, comments on that. You know, it's really hard to get information from a Discord that big when it's just being, you know, spoken about and stuff like that. So it's not always easy, and this whole kind of exclusion thing that I'm going through at the moment is becoming more and more obvious, and people inside my Telegram group are speaking about it, people are DMing me about it, and a lot of people are like angry with me because I'm not making that effort in their eyes, but really as no one's inviting me to anything. So as to why, don't know. But what I do know is it doesn't matter. It doesn't stop me from gaining information, providing you folks with solid, resourceful content and not just reading. You know, I could quite easily have just made a video this evening and gone, you know, sat here and do what, you know, most YouTubers do, read an article to you and then go, hey, you know, guys, you know, just hang in there and stuff like that. I will always be absolutely honest with you. And there's one thing you need to prepare for. Is that the burn tax, yes, is going to burn coins, but it possibly could drive down the volume. And if it drives down the volume, we're possibly going to see a price reduction. Does that mean it's permanent? No. It's going to be like a kind of initial hit if it does happen. For all we know, it could go the complete opposite way and we could shoot upwards as loads of coins start to get burnt and stuff like that. So no one really knows and no one can really tell you what's happening. But what we do know is, if we go to governance, we look at the proposal and we can see it ends in 2 days. It's definitely going to be 1 day once it goes past midnight. But I found out who put these proposals up, and it's PFC nodes from what I've been made aware. Might be wrong on that. If you're listening, I'm sorry if it's not you, but what I've been made aware of, it is you. My advice to you folks, if you have voted on this, think in the future before you vote on something without an Agora text. You know, you don't even know the impacts of what this could do, or possibly we could drive off a load of validators and stuff like that. I just don't, we don't know enough about what impact this has, and we don't know why there wasn't a cap before. Okay, but what the things we do know, right? They're so quick to jump on things like this, yet no one's quick enough to think, oh, well, hang on a minute, people are buying nodes. You know, there's people out there that own 3 or 4 nodes and can quite easily gain 20% or 10% on each one and have a 40% voting power split across multiple nodes. There's no rules to kind of stop a validator owning more than one node. There's no rules to stop someone selling a node to someone for profit. There's no kind of these ground rules and I kind of put forward, well, I didn't kind of put forward the idea. I have spoken to a couple of people through direct message about getting the date for new validators brought forward by 20 days, meaning it would be happening on the 7th of next month. And I honestly don't see the harm in this now. We've got nearly 1 trillion coins staked. What was going to be staked has likely been staked now. And it's strange. It's not strange, but I myself, I'm eager to go. I'm eager to provide more security to the blockchain, more sustenance, more utility and things like that. So it's just me. And from where I'm standing, bringing it forward 20 days is a really good idea, because it helps better the blockchain in the position of where volume starts to dwindle. You know, people like myself, I wouldn't say I play a huge role in this ecosystem, but like, I do my utmost best to ensure that, you know, people are seeing that there are these utilities out there. There are these projects that are working on the blockchain, and really kind of making sure that you do know everything that you should know, whether it be pros, cons. Think about all the bad videos that I've had to do, you know, with negative stuff, but we've got over it. You know, there's been people who have left at the end of the day that maybe they're just not cut out for it, and not cut out for this kind of content, because one thing I do know is people don't like anything that's negative or bad towards what they are holding, and they kind of avoid those videos. But what I see it as, if you educate yourself and arm yourself with all the kind of information you can, and completely understand the situation exactly for what it actually is behind the, like, so for instance, the burn tax. Like, we always need to be aware that there's a risk involved with this burn tax, and I'm going to do a video exactly weighing out the full pros and the full cons from my own side tomorrow. So do keep an eye out for that one, or today even, sorry, because this video is dropping for you in the morning. I'm recording this late at night in the UK. So folks, like I said, have a really nice morning wherever you are, and just stay safe. Don't trade on emotion, try trade on facts where you can. And I can't stress enough how important it is for you folks to just stay safe in the cryptoverse. Beware of all like phishing scams, and never give your mnemonics out for anything. Mnemonics are like your PIN code for your, you know, your bank card. So just be careful, and always think things through, and double check things, and ask questions, and don't be afraid to ask questions. So folks, it's not financial advice. Consider dropping a subscription on the way out. Consider dropping a little like, tap the notifications bell to be informed, and we'll catch you in the next one.